So the Android responsive UI, that's when you resize the window resizes in OpenGLES. I mean, in Vulkan, I started watching the newer Android Vulkan videos, and there it's like multi-threaded conflict. I don't know, whatever. I'll get to it, because basically you take the Y or the X axis, you choose which one's going to be your ratio, and then you get the aspect ratio, you divide X by Y, width by height, you times that for your Y coordinate, that way you get solid squares, so it starts becoming responsive. So let's say it's 10% of the screen, and it's 5% relative from the screen, but your other one will still, it'll depend which way it's facing, landscape or portrait. So and that way you could also try to use Jetpack UI and just use it for testing purposes, not really use their library, and then replicate the same thing in OpenGLES. I remember doing that like for this game that had a really big UI, and really I was going to build it in Jetpack, or the whole responsive fragment editor. So certain text games will like benefit from using the Jetpack one, but the OpenGLES game that's going to run like on Raspberry Pi and older Android and maybe Metal, that's all going to be done in normal space coordinates and converted. And so you would have a button that would be like X and Y would have to be equal to each other, or they would have to be like a percentage of each other. So if it's like 120 times 80, you know that's 2/3. One button Y is 2/3 of X, and it has to keep that ratio. So you have to have the aspect ratio of the image and the aspect ratio of the screen, and then you times their aspect ratios, and it'll show up different on different screens, obviously different resolutions, and you have to just calculate where's the center so they don't overlap from the right relative to the left relative, and build like panels mathematically. Most screens won't get so small, like PC screens can be like pretty square.